Welcome to another Indie Dev Showcase, highlighting the many indie games we play here on the channel. If you'd like to submit a game for a future video, please reach out. But otherwise, let's begin. We're beginning things with Sonokuna. The footage you're seeing is taken from the demo that we tried out. And what we have here is a kind of hip-hop, very challenging take on the Hotline Miami formula. We play a woman in a strange world where humans and monsters coexist, but not everyone is too happy about it, and we are going to go on one heck of a killing spree to prove our point. Our gameplay here is kind of like one part rhythm game, one part Hotline Miami style of hyper-speed kills where everything will die very quickly, including you. Each one of the different enemy types has essentially a different way for you to deal with them. Some will require you to parry projectiles, some will require you to get in close and quickly kill, and you need to kind of go into each room and read what the enemies are and quickly respond to them. Now, they gain checkpoints after each room, and it looks like this is going to be more on the challenging side, again, especially by the fact that you can only take one hit. The story and visuals are certainly interesting as well. Now, with this being a demo, we didn't quite get to see how much more advanced the main game is going to be. I'm very curious if there are any boss fights, or again, enemies that will take more than one or two hits to get rid of. But if you are a fan of the high-speed play of Hotline Miami and looking for another very stylized take on it, then I would give this one a try. And now we switch to something a little bit more cute with Rules and Rodents. This is a puzzle game where you play a mouse who has become trapped in a tower by rats. And in order to break out, we must collect all the cheese and use magic scrolls in order to change the world. The gameplay here is kind of similar to that of Baba Is You, in the sense that you're trying to kind of break the rules of the mechanics in each level. You find different rule scrolls, and those will show up on the right hand side of the screen. They'll give you various abilities based on the level that you're in. One may give you the power to move. Another may allow you to become immune to poison. But you can also turn that off so that the enemy just dies from poison. And you must get to the end of each level, collect all the MacGuffins, and go from world to world. The art style is definitely adorable in this. In terms of difficulty, that is, well, no pun intended, a little bit hard to say. This is not going to be ultra brain melting difficult challenges, but you have the added element that the game is played in real time, and this comes to a head during the boss battles, where you must perform different actions or reach specific points while the bosses are actively engaged with you. I really enjoy this one. It's a very charming take on puzzle gameplay. And if you're in the mood to collect some cheese and do some rule breaking along the way, then definitely give this one a try. I did not plan to go from a game about mice to a game about cats, but here we are with Skin Deep, an immersive sim where you play a woman who is an insurance agent for the far distant future. And apparently in the future, all spaceships are controlled and crewed by super intelligent cats. But when pirates are attacking the ships and we are being targeted, we are going to have to use all of our skills in order to save the day, bop lots of enemies, and pet adorable cats. This is the latest game from Blendo Games. Well, of course, it made a variety of very unusual and different titles over the years, and this one is definitely up there. The gameplay here is that each level takes place on a different ship. On these ships, your mission is to save all the cats, get rid of all the pirates, and kind of call in the cavalry to come and save you. The rules here are a little bit unusual, as the immersive sim aspects definitely come into play. You are given freedom to explore the ships and use any or every tool that you can find in order to complete your objective. Do you want to hack alarm systems and lure people to knock them out? Do you want to break the airlock window and launch characters out into space? How about saving cats using pepper to confuse your enemies. It is pretty much up to you. Levels are designed to be very deep in terms of their design. There's always going to be multiple routes for you to go, multiple items and secrets to uncover, and Skin Deep is going to be one of those games that you're either going to love it or hate it for all of its oddities or eccentric nature. If you are an immersive sim fan, then this is a very easy recommendation, and it's a game that I really want to go back to, as I just love the writing and just the style that Blendo Games does, and there's only a whole lot to explore out in the vastness of space. So if you like open-ended games and you're a cat person, then you definitely want to give this one a play. And now we go to Wizordrum. This is a boomer shooter where we replace guns with magic spells, wands, and books. When evil has threatened the land, we are one of the last remaining wizards left to fight back, and we're going to have to magically pew our way around a variety of levels in order to save the day. The gameplay here again is just classic boomer shooter, but we're replacing all the guns and kind of more modern elements with that of fantasy. So your fire wand is kind of going to be your pistol. You have analogs of shotguns, machine guns, and all that, but with a magical twist. Levels are full of secrets, traps, and more to uncover. And there are additional characters that you can play as that have different weapons they'll use and different styles of play. All in all, this one is just a very solid homage to the 90s era of shooting. If I had any issues, that it did start to feel like a little bit repetitive for me, but that could also be the fact that we've played just so many shooters in 2025. So this one I would say comes with a recommendation. It is still being supported now that I believe they just added a new character a little bit ago at the time of me recording this. If you're in the mood for a little bit of boomer spell casting, then I would give this one a try. We now go to Railgods of Hysterra. Now, the footage you're seeing is being shown out of early access and may not represent the current version of the game, and that will come into a bit of an important point in a few minutes. This is a kind of mix of survival crafting and ARPG. The Lovecraftian gods have completely destroyed the world, and we play as one of the few remaining humans who must try and rebuild using our Lovecraftian monster train to roam across the land, gather resources, and power up. The game can be played between 1 and 5 players. The general gameplay here is that you'll explore the world via your train and the different train tracks. You'll be going to different areas looking for resources that you can then use to upgrade your train, as well as construct new equipment and gear that will allow you to do more in the world. As your character levels up, you'll be able to specialize into different focuses of weapons and so on, while of course keeping your hungry train fed in more ways than one. The kind of aesthetics and premise are really great in this. Now here comes the major caveat. As of me recording this video, the game has not had any major updates to it since its early access launch. And the kind of footage or the general play that you're seeing here, I would say it still has that issue that just playing it solo, it just feels very dry. There's a lot of just running around smacking trees and rocks. And it's another one of those games where it can really only shine if you have a group of friends that you want to play this with on a regular basis. And with the fact that there haven't been any updates, the developer has been very slow and they're promising more to come, it's hard to tell what this game is going to be like when it is released, or even in the coming months after this video is up. There's definitely promise here, but at the moment, this could be a hard recommendation. So if the idea interests you, I would at least keep an eye on it and see how it develops through its early access. And for the last game of our showcase this week, we go to Exovia. The footage you're seeing is taken from a press exclusive build. The game is currently in development, and what you see may not represent the version of the game or a public demo when it is available. This is a physics-focused automation. You are the sole miner of an asteroid way out in space, and In order to construct everything that you need, you are going to have to mine a whole lot of rocks, metals, and more. Our kind of focus here is that you need to move your resources from the asteroid to your kind of starting area in order to harvest and then spend said resources. But moving them one at a time is slow and that's not efficient. So instead, you're going to set up walls, bumpers, and speed boosters to fling them all throughout the area in order to get them into their respective sections. So I really love the concept of this game, how both figuratively and literally uses space in a different way of challenge. You're dealing with a very wide and open environment, so instead of using stuff like conveyor belts and building a very tightly wound production line, here it's all about setting up kind of like the ultimate roller coaster ride for your various resources in order to get them where they need to go. As the game goes on, you'll of course be able to unlock additional tools, upgrade your existing ones, and set up ever more elaborate and longer bounce chains from beginning to end in order to move all the stuff around. With this being a very early build, I didn't get to see kind of what like a mid-game or late game of Exovia is going to look like. I do not believe for anything there's going to be kind of like combat or challenge along those lines. And I'm curious if they're going to add anything in terms of kind of refinement or having to construct something using these goods before they get back to the start. With that said, this is a very fantastic concept for a game, and while it is currently not available for the public to check out, if you're an automation fan looking for a very different and very physics-focused take on the design, then definitely keep an eye on Exovia, and I am certainly going to be playing more of this one as it gets further developed and when it is released. And with that, another showcase comes to an end. You'll find links to all the games down below. Let me know what some of your favorites were as well in the comments. Let me take your game for a future stream and showcase. Be sure to get in touch. And with that, be sure to tune in for more design talks and more indie games coming real soon. Thanks for watching, and a special thank you to our Patreon supporters. If you enjoyed the video, do the YouTubing stuff, be sure to visit our Discord and Patreon, and you're interested in more in my thoughts on design, check out my game design books.